So, I recently done a video called Two Easy Set Dungeons. And I went back and rewatched it and realized I was a little bit too tired of me making that video. And I did not make the dungeons look easy. And it was really not very good. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to start with the Firebirds this time. I'm going to start with my main build. Well, my farm build that I use when I'm not running with a bunch of other people. Put some bits away here. And it's basically the Traveler's Pledge, Compass Rose, Halo of Creamy build. All my farming stuff is on my follower, gold skin, canes, and sages. Right? So, the Firebird Set Dungeon is in Act 2. You go to the Desolate Sands in Act 2. And you just head out across all the way to the other side of the map here. And here's the bridge where, right, there's a teleport up here that we don't need that I went to anyways. So right in the corner over here, you can see is the dungeon of Firebird's Finery. When you first get here, this doesn't appear. It slowly fades in. Now, before I go in there, because, well, this build's kind of a little too good for this set dungeon. Set dungeons are set low, like Torment 1 or hard difficulty, nightmare difficulty, or torment. They're set pretty low. So I don't need any of my Paragon. I'm also going to take off my Gould set, my Captain set, and my Halo of Creamy, so I don't generate extra damage reduction, because part of doing this is taking a hit, getting hurt. I'm going to take off my Galvanizing Ward, and you can put it on anything. I'll put it on Audacity. Now, the idea of this dungeon shoot. Oh, again, I'm being silly. I didn't check my helmet. Let's get this bad boy out. Put it on. Thought I had this all set up. We'll head back here. I'll fix that later. And try this again. Okay, to master this set dungeon, ignite or kill 20 enemies within 3 seconds 6 times. Hit 50 different enemies with the meteor that revives you, right? Complete 1 objective and kill 306 monsters for your basic mastery. Full mastery, complete both objectives and kill all monsters within the time limit. Taking fatal damage will fail the dungeon, but not kill players. Game difficulty has no effect on set dungeon, right? So it's automatically set at like T1. So you're gonna want to come in here. You're not gonna want to turn any of your damage skills on or nothing. You're gonna want to kind of get these guys to follow you up here, or get these other guys, whichever. Get them to swarm you. You die, and then you kill these guys, right? Anybody not hit by the fighter. Now you're going to stand here. Now I've already hit 18 guys with the meteor, and then I killed them. Because, I mean, you don't have to kill them with the meteor. You just have to hit them with it. Now your meteor, the Firebird's Finery, is on a 60-second cooldown. I have 39 seconds left. So I'm just going to kind of hang out here and watch the clock in the corner. I got 4 minutes and 16 seconds. And I'm just going to let that wind down. Because you have plenty of time to do this. And it's boring and it's tough. Because you will, if you're like me, you'll keep checking that thing. 20 seconds. Well, we'll let it wheel down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Then we should be good. And then you're just going to go do that again. Okay, double check real quick. Firebird's Finery is ready to go again. So you just go wandering out and try and find another big group. Here we go. And kill everything right away so you don't die. Now I've gotten 36 of my 50. So again, 51 seconds. Now on my skills, this is going to slow down the time again. I have Herb Rash's binding on, so I don't have to need as much arcane to cast Disintegrate Ray. I've got Astral Presence on so that I can generate arcane faster, right? The whole thing. I have Conduit on. I have Power of the Storm, which I'm not using right now. And we're going to just keep allowing that clock to tick down. Check it again. Whoops. Check it again. 36 seconds. Now, I'm not getting quite as many this run as I usually do with the Firebird's Finery. I usually get the groups together a little bit bigger, and by the second one, I've got it. So I have more time to just go find all the monsters and kill them. Ten seconds. Okay. Get the teleport right in the middle of this. Hopefully get them all together. Don't die, don't die. Now, I've gotten... So now... Oops. Kill these guys. Now I can hit the Y button and the RB to generate... Right, a little bit more. And I can just go start killing monsters. Now... The map on this is a big loop with a point at the top. So I'm just going to go kill. And I've completed the second one, kill 20 within 3 seconds. Because they're in pretty good groups. It's not too hard to get that either, so I can keep moving. Okay, now. And this is a dead end up here, if I remember right. Oh, maybe not. This loops around to you. There we go. Mastery. And I'll head back to town. Put my farm gear back on. Fix my mistake in here. Whoops. Doc got it. Well, I have multiple, yeah. Make sure I got this right now. There we go. There, because I have two different builds. I have like my farm build I wear when I'm farming by myself, and then I have a group farm build that I wear when I'm with a group of people and I don't have my follower. Maybe I'll go over that at the end of this really quick, but we're going to quit out. And I'm going to show you the other easy set dungeon I know. And that's with the Necro. And I used to do this every season until I figured out just how easy this Firebirds one is also. Now, I would just generally make a Necro, and I would get all 6 pieces of the Inarius together, and I would get them by crafting level 70 items. And then coming over to the cube and upgrading rare. Because generally by the time I got around to doing this, I had, see, and you can get your set here fairly easy. See, it's coming, I already got two different sets. Rathwa's 3 different set pieces. I mean, that's a pretty easy way to get gear for a new tune once you've got them to 70. So, when I get that together, and I usually like to use Triangle's Corroded Fang, Curse Scythe, right? And it's just more poison damage, more curse damage. I usually do Dante's Binding to get me a little extra damage reduction. And then the Inarius Pants, and I put all diamonds and everything because I want the cooldown and I want the, resist all from it. Then don't need Brig's Wrath, don't need Crispin Sentence, but I've gotten them in playing this, so I'm wearing them. Haunted Visions, it's a good idea to have Haunted Visions for this because your Simulacrum stays out all the time, drains 1% life. And then under your skills, when you cast your Simulacrum, will activate all curse skills, now apply all 3 skills while active, right? So every time you curse something, they're cursed with all 3 curse skills. Right? And then for skills like on A, I put my bone armor. Because this is going to be the main thing I'm using to beat the dungeon is my bone armor. And I leave Blood Rush on just so I can get places faster. Right trigger, Grim Scythe, Curse Scythe. Enemies hit by the scythe have 15% chance to be inflicted with a random curse. So it's just more curse damage to kill stuff faster. Passives, standalone, 100% armor. Gives me more survivability. Right? Eternal Torment. Your curses cost 50% less. Essence and last forever. Which doesn't matter, but I don't know. You don't really need a lot of these, right? Poison abilities also slow enemies by 30%, reduce their attack speed, receive 1% damage bonus for each enemy inflicted by one of your curses. Now, that's a pretty big deal on this way I run it because then like on the X button, I have Devouring Aura, right? Devour, consume corpses within 60 yards, restore essence per corpse. And then I have Frailty, Aura Frailty. Becomes an aura that curses all enemies within 15 yards. The range of this effect is increased by 50% of your gold pickup radius. And that's a big deal again because the curse damage I'm doing and the extra curses from Simulacrum and all that, just so I can kill the guys a little easier. In my cube, I have Messerschmitt's Reaver. Reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when you slay an enemy. Mantle of Channeling, 25% damage and 25% damage reduction. Wisdom of Kalan, increase maximum stacks of bone armor by 5. It just gives me more survivability. Again, Brig's Wrath will bring everything right to me, but you don't really need all this stuff. I have Nemesis Bracers on, this is what I had. Because really, the dungeon is really easy. Now, you're going to want to be in Act 1. You're going to want to go to the Drowned Temple. Now, I think I'm on this, I think I'm only on Torment 5, right? So, going in there, I'll give you an idea. Oh, you turn on your Simulacrum, and you use Bone Armor, right? And then the Bone Armor does all the damage. You just hold the A button down and allow it to do the damage in your curses, right? Occasionally, once stuff is affected with curses, right, or affected by your bone armor, you hit Grim Scythe and you can kill it. Now, this is pretty much what we're going to do in the set dungeon. I suppose I could have used, instead of Grim Scythe, I mean, I could have done something. I could have used, where you shoot the bone across the room, right? I can't even remember what it's called off the top of my head. Bone Spear. But this works. Okay. Set dungeon. Rip the bones from 100 enemies with bone armor. That's why I'm just going to hold the A button down, let bone armor do the work. Kill 200 enemies that are afflicted by a bone armor tornado. Right? So bone armor. You drive the bones out, they swirl around you. It's part of the Inarius build, right? Swirling, right? Bone armor also activates a swirling tornado of bones, damaging all nearby enemies for 1,000% damage and increasing the damage they take from the Necromancer by 10,000%. All right, so now we're going to get in here. First thing we're going to do, we're going to start our Simulacrum, right? And then we're going to go find a nice group of enemies and hit our bone armor. And then we're just going to, as they die, like every time one dies, it takes a second off your cooldown for bone armor. So once you get a few, again, get them affected by the bone armor, then you kill them. And that's going to take time off being able to recast your bone armor. Here we go. See how I just sucked them out. Now, if you look at my count, I've already got 28. And 51 killed while affected with my bone armor. Now, I generally just go around to the left, clockwise, and I stick low on the map. This makes it easier to cover the whole map and make sure you kill all the monsters. Just stick to the outer edge, basically. We're already at 80 for armor rips, bone rips. 117 killed while affected by bone armor. Not a lot of these bigger guys. I'll just kill them a lot because they're a pain in the ass, and just then let my bone armor do all the work on the lesser guys. As you can see, I'm still sticking to that edge. Making sure I'm drawing all the monsters to me. Okay, we've already completed first objective to draw the armor or rip bones. So now we just have to get our crowds together, get them all affected, and hit them with the Grim Scythe. Now I'm kind of going out here in the middle, which is a mistake. I'm going to head up to this corner. See, we have 3 guys hiding out up here. We'll come back here. Okay, now we've completed 2 already, so now we just have to kill everybody. We don't even have to worry. We just... Okay. We have 1.5 minutes left on the clock to get this done. As we go through here, they're all going to just kind of come running up on us. And I'm pretty sure I took all my Paragon out of this to show you just how easy this is. What do we got left? 1 monster. We missed 1 monster somewhere. Let's see. Oh, no. There he is. There we go. Yeah, don't want to leave stragglers as you're going around. So, there we go. There's 2 easy set dungeons. People have a hard time getting set dungeons done every season. I don't. There's 2 easy, very easy ones to do. Let me see. Oh, I was going to talk. So, quit out of this character. Go back to this character really quick. Okay, now, like I was saying, put all my Paragon back in. Let's start down here first. Normally I don't go over 100 Paragon in Vitality for the wizard because the intelligence becomes resist all, it becomes armor. So, which is just as good as Vitality, really. Once you're at 100 Vitality, just put the rest in Intelligence. Which takes a minute sometimes. Yeah, watching me do this is probably boring and probably something I could have skipped. But I didn't. Okay, there we go. Now, again, Herbrash's Binding for Arcane. Astral Presence again for Arcane. Then Galvanizing Ward, Unwavering Will, and Evocation. Right? Conduit, again, to gain Arcane. Power of the Storm to gain Arcane. For gear, Traveler's Pledge. compass rose because I generate 100% extra damage if I don't walk around, if I just teleport. And Ring of Carini, again, for 65% damage reduction. Right, so I can be a little tankier. I mean, I'm OP for killing everything on this. Running with other people. T16, it's really too much. I mean, even running solo, that's why I use my monk a lot to farm. It's just smoother, my POJ build. Now, when I'm playing with other people and I don't, probably have to finish putting this back together. Nope. Nope. There we go. Now, if I'm playing solo and I don't have my follower with me, or I mean I'm playing in groups, I don't have my follower with me, I change out my Paragon's still all right. I change out the Captain's Crimson set for the Sages. Right? So I can still get my double death breath. I put on a Nemesis Bracer so I can get extra monsters or extra champions from Shrines and Pylons, which equals extra death, extra legendary drops, gold, gems, the whole thing. Then I wear a Broken Crown, right, with the green gem, so I get extra gold, and I get double gem drops. Whenever a gem drops, a gem of the type socketed in your helm also drops. This effect does not apply to legendary gems. So you need an actual regular gem in it. And then, because I'm wearing this and this, switching that out doesn't matter too much. But switching that out means I need an extra piece of Firebirds, so I wear Firebird's Pinions, because I'm not getting my Gould set bonus anyway, because I'm wearing the Nemesis Bracers, right? And all my pieces are ancient, and I've augmented them just to give me extra oomph. And then I have a Boon of the Hoarder in my Halo of Carini for extra gold. Which is, and as you can see, I have 11 billion gold, which is actually kind of low because I was running a lot of GRs earlier. To show you, let's fire this up. Let's, a good place to go to show you would be the Runes of Corvus, or any of these little maps like this. Now these are generally kind of annoying maps, so all I really need to do is hold the A button down and my trigger, and as you can see, there is a lot of gold. Right, let's see if we can find a pylon. So this is just for farming general mats for reforging, upgrading. There we go. As you can see, that's a pile of death breath there, laying on the ground. Instead of 4, 3, 6, or whatever, there's like 8 of them there. So if you're having a hard time if you're having a hard time generating death breath, this is a good way to do it. Right? Is you have a farm build with, so when you're playing solo, it's not such a big deal because you're, like I said, your follower does wear it. But if you're playing in groups a lot and you're having a hard time with death breath and gold and gems, this is a good way to really ramp up how much of that stuff you're getting. This is all, I mean, early in the game, it's all really important. And a lot of people, I mean, myself included, once you've gotten so far in the season with a character, you get bored. You're going to want to roll another character. And it's nice to have all those extra materials to, like I did with the Necromancer showed you, buy all your gear. Just craft rares and upgrade them to legendary to get the set you want to run on whatever tune you roll. It's also a good idea to wear this gear in puzzle rings and such. Here. I'll go back to town, I guess. Get some gold first. And then go back to town. Let's quit out here. And I'll grab my monk really quick. Okay, so on him, I'm wearing my farm setup. I don't really need to wear this stuff right now because I'm not playing solo, or I mean, I'm not playing in group. I'm playing solo. My farm set is actually for playing with groups, right? So if I'm playing solo, my farm set is pretty much my regular build, right? And I will take out Bane of the Stricken. Whoops. There we go. And I will socket a boon of the Hoarder. Do I even have a level? Oh, I do have one more, level 50. So that's pretty much all you have to do to do your farm set with your follower, because your follower is wearing all your regular farm stuff, all your other farm stuff. I guess take this out. And then let's socket. There we go. Now it's effectively a farm set because the broken crown on your follower emanates, right? I don't have any gems or anything, that many gems in my follower because it's not something I use a whole lot of. I've had 2 of these Primal Oculus drop, and that's awesome. They just dropped. I'm like, yeah. Right? Okay, anyways. Another way to farm stuff is when you're out and about, keep an eye out for puzzle rings. Also keep an eye out for bovine bardache. Right? Both of them are handy because you can bring them to the cube and you use the puzzle ring and the bovine bardache. You can take them straight. You don't have to take them out of your stash. You can use them even if you're in your stash from here. And you can open a portal. I'm getting low on time, but I'll show you at least the puzzle ring. To the vault. This is an excellent place to farm gold and gems. Lots of gold, lots of gems. Get ourselves a little. There's always a goblin under that pile of gold right there. You can see the 3 extra gems right there. What you can convert with using essence in the cube, there's always a goblin under that pile of gold. There's always a goblin under that pile of gold. Now, if you're running an ancient puzzle ring, all these monsters will be goblins. Every one of them will be a treasure goblin. And it's a pretty healthy haul. You usually have to go back to town at least once before you fight greed. Again, you see tons of gems, tons of gold. Now, you can just kill greed straight out, or you can toy with her. You can farm her. You gotta watch for that hammer, that'll straight take you out. Gotta watch for follow chest when she bounces. But when they hit the ground, they all drop gold. Now see when she does that and bounces off the wall. She's gonna shoot out a treasure goblin. And she generally has 5 or 6 of them on her back. Ooh, almost got myself killed there. She will kill you with that rush. Ooh, look at that. Almost killed me with that hammer. Let's see if I can get her to bounce into this. There we go. Now I'm using the flurry of the POJ Tempest Rush, right? So as long as I'm doing Tempest Rush and running out, it's charging up a charge, an Ice Blast charge on this build. So then I get them right in the edge and I let off the Tempest Rush just for a split second. And it lets out that ice Flurry Blast and kills the little... Oh, look at that! Another one already. Ooh. That was a close one. Now, of course, if you don't bring your follower in here with you, it'll be easier to taunt her into attacking you. Yeah, if those chests hit you, that'll mess you up. Ooh. There we go. Little pot of gold over here. Now you can see how many goblins she has hanging on her back, if there's any left. If you're good, I'm not that good. Okay, she didn't drop one, so I'm just gonna kill her. Now, I don't have a whole lot of time left here on this. You can also just let her kill you after all those goblins have dropped and restart this over. You know, you'll just be outside the door or up top, whatever, run down here. And if she kills you, you still have all the stuff you picked up from her. Right? So you can farm those goblins. It's a good way early in the game to get loot and to get gear. So let's see, off that one run in there, I got like 30 some items. Look at my gold. I went up by 1 billion gold. Okay. Another good place, again. Put on your farm stuff, right? Make sure your follower's got his farm stuff on. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. At least this portal goes away. You can also do the bovine bardache. We call them a cow stick. because it'll drop a red portal that goes to the cow level. That doesn't exist, right? Cow level doesn't exist. Now, if you're doing this with a group of people, don't worry about picking anything up to start with. Just go kill all the cows, right? Because and open all the chests. Because if you kill a cow or open a chest, when somebody's back in town, they will not get any of the drops that drop from opening that chest or killing that cow. If you hit a pylon while they're in town, they will not get the benefits of it. So you really just want to hit all your pylons, get all your experience pools, open all your chests, and kill all the cows. And I'm just going to go back to the portal over here. And this is not timed, right? It's not timed. And this portal will stay open until you quit the game. But I have stuff to do, so I don't have time to finish this right now, so I'm going to leave this off here. That's just some ways to generate loot early in the game. And also 2 easy set dungeons. Have a